Daily Broadside Day 580. You got to remember as you buy your parents gifts throughout your life that really you're just buying yourself a gift, especially as they get older, because they're going to die and you're going to have all their stuff. And some of that stuff is stuff that you've bought them. So for that reason, my parents get copious amounts of guns and tools and car parts for holidays, Christmases, and birthdays and whatnot. That way, it all works out for everybody. Because I don't want a bunch of Yankee candles and knickknacks and hobbles or hommels or rommels, whatever those little figures. I don't want all that crap in my house, so I don't buy that stuff. So keep it selfish, kids. Keep it selfish. I woke up at 4 o'clock this morning for whatever reasons, because I went to bed at like 11. I guess I was done. And I was researching Chelino Sanchez, a corrido singer back in the 90s that got murdered after receiving what was purported to be a death threat while he was on stage. You can see him reading it. He's like, and then the cartels like kidnapped him and murdered him, a couple weeks later or something like that. Or maybe that night. I don't remember. I wasn't researching that much. It was 4 o'clock in the morning. But I will say that the comments were funny because they were like, oh, that'd have been the longest concert ever. I'd have been doing remixes and, reprisals and all kinds of stuff. There would have been, we'd have never ended that concert because he was going to die when he got off stage. Then I thought to myself, I looked up, I was like, I wonder when Selena was killed. And she was like 96, I think. And he was killed in 92. And I'm like, that would have been a cool thing if Chelino Sanchez and Selena, I can't remember her name. I know the whore that killed her was Salazar or something like that. But anyway, Selena had gotten together and done a duet, unbeknownst to the world that they were one day going to be murdered by a bunch of petty jerk-offs. And that would have been kind of cool, because then I thought, like, has there ever been two people that have done a duet or, combined their efforts that were later killed in separate instances? And I can't think of one, so that would have been the only one. So, what are you going to do? I was booking a hotel for next month the other day, and I'm annoyed that, like, one of the most fun things about booking things is, like, in an arena or a theater or even a plane, is picking your seat, right? You go on a little map, all the dots, and you can see the blue ones are available and the white ones are taken, and you can click on like the price points and decide how much you want to spend, that kind of stuff. You can't do that with a hotel. It's kind of annoying. I like being on the top floor, like as high as I can get. That's what I want to be, because I want to see the world. I don't care if it's a 4-story hotel. I want to be on the 4th floor because the views are they're nice, But that's not always the case, because they don't let you do that. And then when you check in, I get a high floor, and maybe that's doable, maybe it's not. And I understand it's all about checkout. Maybe some people extend their stay, so they don't want to book a room. If somebody's in 418, or let's say 1118 on the 11th floor, and you got their room at 3 o'clock, but then they decide to stick around another night, they're not gonna move them out, moving another. So I get the logistics are a little bit different. Whereas a plane or a theater, one time you're done, get out, go home, that kind of thing. But whatever. So it's Thanksgiving, a holiday that I find kind of detestable. Not detestable, that's probably a bad word for it. I just see it's kind of pointless. It's got a lot of weird history that was taught that probably wasn't exactly as it was taught. But I just find it odd that Thanksgiving food is for the most part great, depending on where you go. Because I'll tell you something, like a potluck summer, that's supper and dinner and supper, but I don't know what the hell. A potluck dinner. I love those. When I was a kid, you'd be like, oh, it's a potluck, what'd they call it? Potluck church Sunday, or after church, they're having a potluck dinner, whatever, and everybody would bring all this crap, and there'd be like 19 pies and 4 different kinds of mac and cheese and all these casseroles and all this stuff. And it was a very, very good, bountiful feast. Quite the harvest spread, a cornucopia, as it were, to put some Thanksgiving harvest terms out there. And it was great. But here's the thing, right? I have spent most of my adult life professionally going in homes, and I have probably no doubt whatsoever been in 30,000 homes easily, maybe more. And I have seen some disgusting ass things in those homes, because not everybody is better homes and gardens, you know what I mean? And I've been in some homes that you're like, man, your car is like armor-alled and waxed, but your house looks like a rat's anus, you know? It's bad. You know, I don't understand how y'all live in this, as Bill Cosby would call it, filth, floor, and filth. And I don't think I would trust anything coming out of your kitchen. And it makes me wonder, you know, how much dog hair I've consumed in my life at those church banquets. But then it gets back to my point. Why is Thanksgiving like one of the only holidays we have where we get together? I mean, you could think 4th of July, maybe Memorial Day, Labor Day, you know, the cookout things, but that's just hot dogs and baked beans, you know what I mean? I'm talking about like people throw down in the kitchen and like get some stuff going, and everybody's just kumbaya together around a table to give thanks, really just to eat and watch football or whatever, or be the next person to remark how awesome cranberry sauce is with the little ridges on the bottom. What? Shut up, man. Stuff comes out like dog food. It's disgusting. You know, we don't have enough holidays. I mean, it's 365 days a year. We ought to have like a holiday a month where we have like a Thanksgiving level feast. You know what I mean? We should. I mean, we're America. We gorge ourselves. We're the ones that came up with those plates with all the compartments so we can take home. Let me get a plate to go. You know, and I mean, why not exploit that to the nether regions of hell? You know, Easter, I guess you can call that. Sometimes people treat that, but not everybody believes in Easter. You know, you got to believe in Jesus rolling away that stone or rock or whatever to you know, eat a ham in March or April, whenever the hell Easter is. I think it's one of those floating holidays. It's not locked in like the 31st or 25th or something. But I digress. Yeah, I think there should be more feast holidays, at least more feast. But I will say this: I think what kind of annoys me about Thanksgiving is I'm thankful year round. I don't really need a day to set aside for that kind of crap. And most of the things I'm thankful for are the people in my life. I have a very, 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 very infinitely small circle of friends who I would trust with my life. I would help bury a body, and I know they would too. You know, they're that kind of people, right? You know, those are the only people I need in my life. You know, there's probably 11 of them. You know, people that I could call at 4 o'clock in the morning, and they would be putting their boots on as I'm, you know, explaining the situation. You know, and I love those people. I love them to death. But I'm also like thankful for you know, tools and tractors and guitars and movies and 470 horsepower, you know what I mean? But it comes down to the people, and I don't really need a special day to say thank you for that, because especially as you get older, the only thing that really matters is people. All that other stuff is a bunch of crap, unless it's crap you've given your parents, and then you get it back, because in the end it doesn't really matter. Y'all giddy up and have a great holiday Thursday. Giddy.